Welcome back, fellas. Yeah, I don't even know where to start, so I'm just gonna kind of throw it out there. We'll start with Jordan and get caught up. Let's kind of have you do a quick recap of the MotoGP season, the things that you might have wanted to say earlier, if you were able to come on the show, because you definitely were checking out our post and commenting and stuff like that. So we kept the conversation going. But what are your thoughts on how the season panned out? And I see you got your Yamaha shirt on. So is that because of V4 or just Team Yamaha? These two guys.
Oh, it's actually definitely Yamaha. I'm not mad about the V4. I'm kind of mad we didn't go to the V4 earlier, but obviously they had to do some testing. They had to do some more testing, had to do some qualifications, had to go through FIM, had to get homologated, had to go through all the rigor rumors to making sure everything's, to spec, even though we're changing complete motorcycles in the next year and a half. That's kind of like, okay. But, we want to make sure that this bike is going to be top tier for the next 3 rounds. Needless to say about that, we all said it from USA, that Marquez is pretty much going to win the championship, which he did. And I would almost say spectacular form with 3 rounds left to go, or actually 2 rounds now got left to go. He clinched it up. Oh, we have 4, yeah. With the sprints
2,
and all
4,
that
1,
stuff. Yeah.
A lot of numbers. Don't matter.
We knew he was going to win. We knew a Ducati was going to win it regardless. So
yes,
the season is going off pretty well. Congratulations to all of the champions that are all through FIM, whether it's Moto America, MotoGP, Moto3. We're not going to do any spoilers right about now. If you haven't seen the season, I don't want to do any spoilers, but the season was really good and it's still going off for Moto2. So we want to see who goes off for fourth, fifth, third, and second for MotoGP, and then we still got to crown a championship for Moto2. So we still got a lot of more racing to go through, as well as up and coming with World Superbike. So I said, a lot of stuff going on, a lot of moving and shaking. Not too many seats that's going to be available for MotoGP, even for Moto2, which Moto3 riders is trying to move up into. So, like I said, we got a lot to talk about, a lot of stuff to cover. But yeah, I have been watching all the races, even though I haven't been, behind the scenes, or actually on the scene. I've been doing my things behind the scenes. So.
No doubt. But you've been staying cool, so that's the best part about it all. Smitty, man, let's get your recap. I mean, I know you've done some recaps on your channel on YouTube and stuff like that. So I know you're in the game. You, like you mentioned, you've been at the track and racing and stuff like that, which is a beautiful thing. But what are your thoughts on the season itself? And I know Marquez obviously won, but what about the other manufacturers and riders and stuff like that?
So I have a couple of thoughts on the season, and not to rub it in, give you I told you so, but I'm saying one time, since week 1, I told you so. However, it makes it for a weird experience. You go into the race weekend, who's going to win. So it becomes kind of non-exciting almost, because it's like Marc Marquez, and then what's exciting is second through, after that. And I think now that he's hurt, sadly to say, it's going to be a bit more exciting now, because now you have no clue who's going to win.
I'll say this. I disagree with that exciting part, because who's going to win. It was still exciting. It was still exciting. And, I'll leave it there, but continue.
Well, okay, tell you what. Maybe non-exciting is the wrong word to use, but it was easy. It was easy to guess. Okay, Marquez, maybe Alex, then who else after that? Now, from this point on, the next couple races, it's a total dice roll. It could be Pecco, who has a great weekend in Japan, last race, and then a turbo weekend again this past weekend. It could be, it could be freaking Alex coming this time. It could be Bez. We have no clue at all who's going to win the next few races.
Can I do a I told you so that Mark is going to destroy the bike, because the bike is starting to seem unrideable for some folks?
It's not unrideable, man. People just can't ride, man.
Okay, all right. I mean, the same thing happened at Honda, so
It's not unrideable at all, man.
Okay, all right.
Because,
We
because that last Honda now, it was a bad bike because even Mark couldn't ride. Even Mark couldn't, win. So the bike was bad itself.
Well, yeah, but that the bike doesn't get bad in 1 year. Just keep that in mind.
Takes time.
So but we'll keep it moving. Let's get to Bobby Shakes. Shakes, welcome back, man. You are a non-really racer kind of guy, but you follow MotoGP and World Superbike, and you like the smell of gasoline, but you prefer something with apes going down the highway. Just the way you look.
Hey, listen, I'm only in True Blue tonight only because I went to the Ducati shop. I bought I got a 5X Ducati shirt. And when I looked at the conversion chart, a 5X in men in America is a woman's medium in Ducati language. So I had to get True Blue, something that could fit me. Sorry. So I look like I just came out of the paddock. I'm going to lie and say I did. I've been working on the V4 development while Jordan's been doing nothing. And just a Smitty, just a quick little chemistry here. So this is a motorcycle, right? Nice and straight. You can see that. When you crash, you bend the motorcycle like so, right?
Yeah.
But now the motorcycle is no longer straight; it's bent, right? Every crash, something bends. This is just physics. So now the Ducati has become completely unrideable. The same thing that happened at Ducati with the same rider. Now, everybody wants to say, I told you so. But I'm the only man that said Ducati should have been 1 through 6. This has been the worst year for factory Ducati in the history of MotoGP. They should have been 1 through 6. I don't know where the hell they're finding.
See, the Ducati guys don't let you get it out.
Ducati coughed it up. I don't know where Bezzecchi came from. He shouldn't even be in the running. Bezzecchi is a stand-in for Aprilia. He's just a stand-in. He's only good for photo ops. He's actually not good for racing. And now he may take 3rd place. And I've been telling you all year that Bagnaia, Pecco, see you later. And look where we're at now. It should be 1 through 6 Ducati. We have the machine. And I also will say something that nobody. I listen to all you MotoGP clowns out there, and this is the realest show on the internet. Talk about MotoGP. Everything that these panelists have said has come true, and I like to say the only bike that had the power for the Ducati has been KTM. You could go back to the first episode. You could go back to the pre-shows. You could watch behind the scenes. You could come join us on the Twitter group, the Twitch group, the Instagram group, all of the groups, and I've been saying that KTM has the power, and as the race is drawing near, and you can smell the buns. You got to smell the buns, right? You can finally smell the buns. Look where KTM is.
Okay, they're 5th in the championship, and Aprilia's 4th in the championship. And you're absolutely right. Ducati did not get 1 through 6, but the factory guys are 1 and 3, and one of the satellite guys is 2. So I mean, you got to look at VR46 and Aldeguer. Aldeguer is a rookie, so for him to even be 8th is pretty impressive. I mean, he did win this past weekend, which is also impressive. Second youngest guy to win a race since Marc Marquez. Being the youngest. So I mean that's what racing is, right? I